Third season was supposed to be Angie's turn to harvest a turkey. We hunted hard through rain, mud, and cold, but couldn't get it done. It seemed nothing was in our favor. The neighbor's dog decided to go for a nature stroll as toms were getting close, and even the farmer was out to spread manure on us. 80 yards was the closest we got to a tom hunting together, but we are grateful for the time outdoors, the quiet woods coming to life each morning, and the time spent with my favorite hunting partner. After a great weekend hunting with Angie, I headed out solo before work. I woke up at 3 a.m. to drive to another farm and climb the hill in the dark. I tiptoed to my spot in the pines, and as daylight broke, I had two toms sounding off around me. One, 60 yards to my left, I could see in the tree, and the other to my right, about 150 to 200 yards away. The close tom was roosted with three hens, whom all decided to fly down the hill I just climbed towards the field below. As soon as they were out of sight, I moved forward to narrow in on the other tom who was still gobbling. I gave him some light calls, and to my surprise, he was coming closer. I picked up movement from the trail in front of me and watched him pop strut into 20 yards. But he was behind a big pine tree, and I needed him to take 2 steps to my left. He didn't like something. I saw the famous wing flip and turn, so I knew it was now or never. I leaned over and shot around the pines, dropping him in his tracks.
Well, I can't believe it happened again. I had one bird set up pretty much 50 yards, 60 yards from me, roosted, just gobbling his head off all morning. I thought the two deer were going to bust me out and blow up the woods, but they kept blowing at me and I just stayed still. Yeah, this one tom right over here freaking flew off with his hens. I'm like, Jesus, this is over. But I had another one gobbling right down behind me down that way. He must have been by himself because, man, he came in. I think he saw me like sneak around this tree. Because here, let me show you what I'm sitting here. So as you can see, there's this tree, and as you can see, there's this tree in the way. I saw him walk through there, and I wanted him to take 2 more steps to the left over here, but he wouldn't do it, so I had to peek out and then shoot, and I think that's when he saw me. Well, let's go check him out. So this is where I was sitting. Well, that's a long beard. Holy cow. Let's check out his spurs. That's another frickin' dagger of spurs. Ooh, that one got chipped off. Look at that. He was fighting. So that's where I was sitting. Right on that tree there. Maybe he didn't see me. I don't know.
After gathering myself, calling my wife, whom threatened the day before to give me a black eye if I shot one, and taking a few photos, I packed up my stuff and my bird and headed to the truck.
Well, that's a bittersweet hunt today. I was so hoping to get Angie a bird for third season. It's such a crap season. It's either hit or miss, and mostly miss. Sure as shit, the day I go out by myself, I get one. Right? Bittersweet. This was the hunt I needed. I wanted. I wanted to be able to call in a bird, and that's what I got. I set up in a group of pine trees, and to my left, I had a gobbling bird 60 yards away in the tree. I could see him strutting. I could see him gobbling. And then down below me to my right, there was another tom, probably 200 yards away, maybe. I wasn't really expecting to see that one. As soon as the one to my left flew off the roost, followed his hens down to the field, I knew I had to move up. So I moved up probably 20 yards, gave a couple small light clucks, a couple purrs, hammered back. I'm like, okay, it's on. Waiting. Nothing. Gobbled a little bit, let him come in a little more. Gave him one more call over my left shoulder to kind of pull him in further. And I had my gun ready, red dot on, camera set. And I could see some black starting to come in. He pop strut, walked a little more. Pop strut, walked a little more. And then he stopped right behind this big tree. I needed him to take 2 to 3 more steps and it would have been a perfect shot. He wouldn't do it. So I had to lean over to the left of that tree, and as soon as I did that, he turned and started walking away, and that's when I fired and I dropped him right there. Man, like I said, bittersweet. I think that's going to be the end of my turkey hunting season for 2025. I've killed one bird at each farm, and that's more than enough for me. So here's to the end of a great 2025 Wisconsin turkey season.